Well, hey crafty friends, it's Hiedi Scott with DiyDreaming, and oh my gosh, I have such a fun project to do with you guys today. I'm super excited about it. We're going to be making some banners for fall, but you could do this for Christmas, for Easter, for spring, summer, 4th of July, absolutely any season of the whole year. And we're going to be using some vintage books to do that. Okay, so, and a little glitter. So as you're hopping on, say hi, let me know where you're watching from. Let me know if you have any questions along the way. Feel free to sprinkle. I feel like I'm leaning a little bit to the side. Feel free to sprinkle, sprinkle, sprinkle. And let's just jump right in. Okay, so I love banners. And I love banners that are practically free. Well, I love everything that's practically free. So I want to show you how you can make some really cute banners using old books, but I also want to encourage you that you can do it a couple of other ways too. All right, so, and I want to talk to you about different papers and give you a little warning. Okay, so the first thing I want to talk about is this. This is my New Century Dictionary. I have two of them that my mamu, my grandmother, gave me before she passed, and it had been just sitting in a drawer collecting dust for years until I got this idea to start crafting with it. And oh my gosh, I have totally loved it. I have used so many pages out of this. This is good, I'm just looking. This is good, relatively, paper to craft with. It's a little bit older though. Okay, this is bits and pieces from some real vintage sheet music. This is the back of it, I guess, that somebody sent me. I wish I could remember who. If it was you, thank you again. Love it. Okay, so that's something. And then I have this newer book that came from Goodwill that is Webster's Third New International Dictionary. And it has smaller print, and it's much wider than the other two. So I have been all morning playing with these, and I've learned a couple things that I really want to tell you. But what I want to say first is you can use whatever paper you would like to make this kind of a banner. It could be scrapbook paper. It could be a Reader's Digest cut up. It could be a book from Dollar Tree cut up. It could be a book that you finished cut up. It could be your son or daughter's marching band music from when they were in high school. I mean, it could be anything, or it could be something vintage. The older the paper, the harder it is to work with, is the only thing. So, so that's what we're gonna be doing and using. And let's see, I have so much to show you. I'm not even sure, whoops, where to start. And now all my music fell on the floor. Oopsie. Okay, let's start right here. All right, so let's start with this cute little banner that I made. It says fall, and it has little strips of this ribbon tied in between each one. It needs, oh, it's got everything on there. And this is from my Mamu's New Century Dictionary. This paper was hard to work with because what happened, and I'll show you close up, what happens is when paper gets older and you put a stencil on it, even if you fuzz it thoroughly, or if you've used it 100 times, sometimes the top layer of the paper, if it's old, will want to pull off. And that was what I had happen with this music from these pages from my grandmother's dictionary. Also, I actually tore this one just trying to do it. But let me tell you what I did, because I think this banner turned out cute. If I was going to do it again, I would use a little bit younger paper. Okay, so I used this set of alphabet letters called Skinny Font. And I used just the letters F-A-L-L. The letters look basically like this. And I spelled F-A-L-L. Oh, and I have to show you how to cut it out. But that set, let me find it, also has a whole set of larger letters. So you get both the little and the larger ones. And they're kind of like that Ray Dunn font. They're super versatile, but this shows you the difference in size. And I've used both sizes. And then you get some words for like coffee cups that are already done. So that is what I used for this one with a little bit of black chalk paste. And we're gonna actually do some, but I just wanna show you the process and talk to you about warn you about a couple things before we actually do it. Okay, so isn't this cute? I also used that stencil that I love so much, that is the fall leaves all over pattern with the black chalk paste on some of these to go in between. All right, let me hang it back up. And I think it's adorable. I will be giving this away probably either over the weekend or next week. So be watching for that. That'll be easy to mail. Okay, so can you guys see it? I know we're a ways away. I'll get closer pictures. So the older the paper is, the harder it is to work with. All right, so the first step, we'll work with this younger paper. I did try to work with this sheet music. And one thing I like to do when I'm making banners is I like to fold my paper in half. And this music is so brittle that essentially, once I did it, my paper was, it was falling apart. Can you see that? So sometimes your really old paper just is not gonna work. This Webster's Third International Dictionary works great. You wanna find some pages, if it's a dictionary, encyclopedia, that kind of thing, that don't have a ton of graphics on them. And what I like to do is just use my Fiskars box cutter, or I can't think of the other name for this tool, but I'll just use that to pull some pages out. Be super careful. X-Acto knife is the word I was looking for. Okay. And I do sharpen mine frequently. Okay, so I'm going to pull these pages out and I'm going to show you the basic steps. Now, you can decide what size banner you want. And it kind of depends on how you're planning to decorate them. I used different size things, and I have a whole set over here that we'll be working on in just a minute. But what I like to do is I like to, generally speaking, fold my paper in half before I cut my, my little flag banner-y shape out. Because when they're folded, they stand up better. They just do. So that is what I like to do. Okay, so I have 3 or 4 sheets folded in half here, and I can just decide, do I want it really big? Do I want it little? It's totally up to me. And so this is one that I did earlier. I can also use one that I've already done as a pattern and just cut it out. And then I'm going to show you how to put the holes in it. I'm going to show you where your string goes, so it's not obnoxious on the front of your banner. And these do not have to be perfect. So if they're a little wonky or not straight or whatever, or all are slightly different, don't give that another thought. Okay, so this was the one that I used as my pattern, and now I have a bunch more. I have, let's see, I have 3 more, okay? The next thing you want to do is punch holes in them. And I just like to put them in the corners. I hope you guys like this project. I know it's a lot of little basic stuff before we actually get started, but oh my word, the possibilities are completely endless. You could use all kinds of colors. I just did everything in black for purposes of this video. You can use all different colored papers, all different kinds of ribbons or tear fabric or lace. Hey Kathy, hi Sheila, hey Mary. Okay, so I'm just gonna punch through all my layers some holes in the corner. You guys see that? Easy peasy. All right, and now I have a bunch of these. This one I wanted to show you would not be great because it's got all this stuff on it. And if I flip it over, the other side would be better, but it still has this graphic on it. So I may or may not use it. I don't know. Okay. So let me show you the one that I made, and we're gonna decorate it, and then we'll come back to this other one that is different. It has a little bit of glitter on it, but not in the same way as the other one. Okay, so this is the one I also made this morning. I have been busy crafting to be able to show you guys a lot of stuff. And this has a polka dot, a leaf, the word home with a pumpkin as the O, a leaf, and a polka dot. And these are the same size as the ones that we just cut out. Okay, so on these ones, what I decided was that I wanted to do the glitter on the edges of pretty much all of them except for the the pumpkin and the leaf. No, I do, yeah, okay. So I did glitter this one. Can you see? I'm gonna show you how to do that. I'm gonna show you what glue works the best too. And so we're gonna do this one right here. All right, so ignore the rest of this mess that I have going on right here. Okay, what I like to do is have something to put underneath it. I'm just using a cake board. And then I'm using this Eileen's Tacky Glue. This is essentially the same thing as white school glue or Elmer's glue. You can use that too. Or if you have something clear, you can use that. I have not tried those glue sticks, but I suppose you might want to try that as well. I have this, so this is what I'm using, but it's super thick. So I'm diluting mine. Let me find a paintbrush. What I want to use, where is it? I'll use this one. I'm diluting it with some water. I'm just going to stir it up so it's not quite so thick. When I even have a tip to show you how to put your glitter. Oh, and I want to tell you all about glitter too, but how to put your glitter back in your container. Let me get a different brush that doesn't have so many gobs of this on it. Here's a perfect one. You want a brush to do this part. That's a cruddy one, but it's a little bit on the stiffer side. Okay, and I think you guys can see, but if these comments right here are in your way, you should be able to swipe them left or right or up or down to get them to go away. Okay, so I'm just gonna use a little bit of this glue, and I'm just in a messy fashion. You don't want this to be perfect. I'm going to be putting a band of it. You can decide how thick or not you want that to be. On all the sides. You can also do it on the top, which I didn't do on this one, but you could do that if you like that look better. Okay. Okay, so I just put some glue around the edges, and then here's the trick. I'm gonna put my thing on a paper plate, and this is the glitter that I like the best. It's called Sue Lynn Extra Fine Glitter in Sterling. I also have gold and I also have white, but this is the one that I love the best. All of these came from Walmart. They're, I don't even remember, they're under $5 or $6 and they last forever, especially if you do this trick that I'm going to show you in just a minute. I need to pop this open. Okay, it's not wanting to go open. So we'll just, oh wait, I see why. Well, there's a little thing that is supposed to pop open, but we're just gonna take the lid off of this to do it, basically. Okay, so then you're just gonna start sprinkling your glitter on thick. To cover all the spots that you put the glue on. And I think the thicker the better. Okay, so can you guys see what I've got going on here? All right, then we're just gonna take our little piece, shake it off, and da-da-da, there we go. Super easy. Now, if you want your glitter to be on your letters while they're still wet, after you've used the chalk paste and a stencil, just sprinkle a little bit of glitter over it right then and there, and it kind of sticks into it. Okay, so I want to save all this. I don't want to throw this away, so I'm just going to fold my plate in half, and literally I'm just going to funnel it back into my container. Last year I had a Ziploc bag with my glitter plate and my glitter, and I did not even use a full container, and I do a ton of things at Christmas time with glitter, so that's how I save it. And so let me hang this back up so it can dry, and I'll tell you a little bit more about it. We just added the glitter to the H, and then I have glitter on my pumpkin in the center. Whoops, let's set this one down here further. And I just did the exact same thing with the pumpkin. I just put the my glue with a brush around the areas that I wanted it to be, around the stem and the outside of my pumpkin, and that was it. Super easy. So tell me what you guys think so far. Tell me if you're watching. You know what, here's the question I want you to answer, and then we're gonna actually work on one. Are you a glitter fan or not so much? I ordered this shirt online quite a while ago. I'm sorry, I don't know where I got it. But it took forever to get here, so I wouldn't recommend them anyways. Do you put anything on the glitter to keep it from flaking off? That's a great question. Yes, I do. I'll take everything outside when it's completely dry and just give it a quick coat of clear matte sealer. Okay, so right now, let's see, where can I put this glitter? My craft desk is a disaster. It really is. Oh my word. Okay, now we're gonna work on one that has a little bit of glitter just sprinkled into the ink, or not the ink, the chalk paste while it was dry. And I made these. Look how pretty they are. Before I came live, I have 4 of these. These are called Fall Fantasy, And I have them over here. Let me show you what they look like. They just look like this. They're like leaves that have a partial mandala in them. And I've used these a lot. I love this set. If you're looking for some fall stencils, that's a great set. Okay, and also before I came live, I started on this one. Okay, we're gonna doll everything up, but let's make one or two more with words, and then we'll proceed to the next thing. Okay, I'm using this set from magnoliadiy.com that's called Fall Quads. And it has the words, give thanks, simply blessed, gather, and happy fall. Okay, and I did put give thanks on that one. So let's do happy fall on this one. Now, just to make sure that I don't pull my paper apart, I am going to fuzz the heck out of it. I could also fuzz that on my jeans or on my t-shirt. But you want it to be really good and fuzzed so it doesn't pull your paper apart. Okay, so let's just put this in the center roughly. And I'm going to push it down. I'm not pushing it, whoops, that's not centered. Let's try again. I'm not pushing it down super duper hard because I don't want to have a hard time getting it up. But I want it to be adhered enough. All right, so this says happy fall. And I'm just going to get my chalk paste in black out again. And obviously you can use absolutely whatever color you want. I'm making everything sort of black and white. I'm just going to take a blob and I'm going to push it through the holes on my stencil in about 10 seconds. People tell me all the time that stenciling looks hard. I'm like, which part? Because it's absolutely not. You do have to get the hang of it, but it's not hard at all. Let's take our stencil off. I fuzzed it perfectly. Okay, and I'm throwing my stencil over here, face down in the little tub of water so it can soak until I can get into the kitchen sink. Okay, so let's set this one over here. And let's do one more because I want 3. And let's do simply blessed, okay? So, fuzz. Do I ever put something like wax on the paper before I stencil? You know, I don't, Sandra. I've never tried that. Have you tried it? I have used wax on wood and other things, not glass, but on painted wood surfaces too, but not on paper, so I don't know. So the glue and the glitter came from Walmart, and so did the twine that we're using. It's called waxed. I can't remember what it's called, but it's in the jewelry section and it's great to work with. It looks like this. Polished hemp is what it's called because it doesn't get all frayed and it's easy if you want to use beads or you want to put it through a hole. It's just easy to use. Okay, I think that's fuzzed sufficiently. And we're going to do this one. Put a little bit of chalk paste on my squeegee. You want to get all your areas covered and then stop. Because the more you keep going over things, the more of the medium you can push through the holes in the stencil. And also the more likely it is that you'll accidentally go outside your lines. Okay. Let's see, did I fuzz that one good? Yes. Yes. Perfect. All right. Now we are just going to dry these real quick so that we can move on to the next step, because I want to fully assemble this banner. All right, and I'm just going to use my, oops, okay, let me put my lid back on my chalk paste, and I'm just going to use my Magnolia heat gun on high. I'm such an impatient crafter. I don't know if you are, but if you are, you need one of these or a blow dryer or something. Okay, so before I came live, I did the leaves, which I want to show you one. So we'll do one more just now, and I'll show you how to do the glitter while it's still wet. But these are the pieces that we're going to be using. I have 3 sets of words. I do want to use some beads. And then I have the leaves that I've already done. And I have this one leaf over here that I've dressed up really cute, which I'll show you in just a second. Okay, so let's do one of those leaves, just so I can show you how to do the glitter. And I'm going to fuzz it. So who likes glitter and who does not? Okay, yes, I do a lot of crafts besides Magnolia stencils. Oh my gosh. I use, honestly, if you had to say, I use more Walmart stuff than anything else, and then a lot of vintage things. And I do the crafts that I like, which I love using stencils. They just make everything so much easier. And I really try to mix it up. So I didn't see that first comment, but I'm guessing that somebody asked if I always use Magnolia stencils, and the answer is no. Okay, where is another piece of that paper? Well, this is much bigger, so it's not really going to work, but I just want to show you the point. Okay, and you can lay your leaf, I fuzzed it, or whatever the shape is that you're using, on your paper. Scoot back here, and I'm going to use my chalk paste and push it through the holes. Fingers. And I'm going to pull this up. These ones that are more detailed, you have to go a little bit slower when you're working on paper, so you don't pull any of the paper up or get it stuck in your, in the holes of your stencil. Okay, so while this is still wet, what I would do if I wanted to add a little glitter in the design is I would just take my glitter and put on, just a little bit, and kind of and that's what you get. So I missed this one little area of this point. If I decided, once it's dry, that I have too much glitter on it, all you do is take a paintbrush and just go over it, and that'll pull off the excess glitter and get it glittered to the right amount that you would like. Easy. All right, oh my word, I have such a disaster here. Okay, so let's assemble this banner that we've got started here. Oh, but first I want to show you the fun thing. Okay, so I thought these looked kind of plain, and you know how I love to do my squiggle, dot, dot, kind of thing, like I did on this border of this little candy corn door hanger. That's what we're gonna do. I'm using the chalk paste marker from my set from Magnolia, and I'll get links for everything when I'm all finished, and I'll just throw them in the comments, or if there's something specific you want, you can ask for it and I'll get it for you. So I did this one before I came live, and I thought we would do this on probably just, let's see what just the leaves look like. Dot, dot, line, oops, dot, 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 line, dot, 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 line, dot, dot. They're not all the same length. They're not all straight. You can see, I hope, how quickly this can add some extra interest to what you're doing. So isn't that so cute? Let's try it. I'm going to show you guys the easiest way to get these on your twine also. And you can also use yarn or a thin ribbon or that baker's twine stuff. It comes in black and white, red and white, green and white, anything like that that you would like. Okay, so let's lay it out right here. And let's put Happy Fall in the center, and then a leaf, another word, and then 2 more leaves. Okay, I know you can't see the whole entire thing, but this is basically how we're gonna lay it out. And I'm gonna put some beads in between. So the easiest way to get it strung is to fold it in half again, and just to take your little piece of twine and go through it, and what it will do is it will put this piece of twine on the back. I suppose if you wanted it to show, you could thread it so it was gonna be on the front, but I don't want it to. Okay, and I'm gonna add a little black bead. The beads that I am using are just your basic beads. Some of them came from Amazon. Some of them came from garlands that I found at Hobby Lobby that I cut up. The black ones did. So you can see I'm just folding it in half and threading this on each one. I think we're going to want to jazz this up some more. We'll see. Look at my hands. I don't think they're ever going to come clean. And I noticed already that I have like sparkles in my eyebrows and all over my craft room. Oh well, I like sparkles. So let's put this together and then we'll look at it and see what we think it needs. I'll also do some beads at the very end. At the very end, let's do a tan and a black. Oops. And a tan. And these are natural. And these are smaller beads. So I'm going to do a loop knot on this end so it doesn't all come falling off. And also so I can hang it up in a few minutes. Okay, let's go to this end. And this is way too long, but so I made a bunch of these last year and the year before, and I hung them on my fireplace. I hung some above this little display that I have in my kitchen eating area that has white dishes. You can put them over a mirror. You can do a lot of different things with a banner like this. Okay. So let's see what this looks like. And I found the easiest way to do that is to just hang it up. So as soon as I get it all fluffed out, I'll take it down and show you up close. And we can adjust the length afterwards too. This is pretty cute, but I think I want to jazz all of them up with the line, line dot dot dot. I want you guys to tell me what you think though. Okay. Here is the banner. I think the ones that have the lines around them are adorable. What do you guys think? I want you to tell me. Somebody said I'm a princess also. Yeah. So what do you guys think? Whoops. It's pretty cute, don't you think? I think it would be cuter with some more lines on it. So that's what I'm gonna do when I hop off camera. But, okay, so what did we use? We used whatever kind of book page you want, or sheet music, or scrapbook paper, or craft paper, or whatever kind of paper you have on hand, or want to get. You're gonna use some kind of twine, and you can use beads if you want. You certainly don't have to. You can also use ribbons, whatever size you like, but you don't have to. And then we cut our little shape. We folded our paper in half, cut our shape, punched holes in it, and then we stenciled. And I used for this one, these ones right here, these are the Porch Sitters set. And they spell home and they also spell welcome. So you don't always have to use those to make a porch sitter. You can also make a banner. So HME, and then I used the Porch Sitter add-on set, which had the leaves and the pumpkin to do those pieces. And then I used the polka dot stencil for this piece right here. Let's see what. Okay, on this one, I used that older paper, which was hard to work with, this one right here, but I used the skinny font, the small letters, to spell the word fall. And then, that's kind of done. And then I used the all over pattern. It's called Autumn Leaves all over pattern that looks like this, that we've used for 100 other crafts. Oh my gosh, I love this. This is the best stencil. I mean, we used it for this. We used it for 100 different things. But anyways, I used it with black chalk paste to do this all over leaves pattern. And I will get close-ups. I'll lay everything out on my kitchen table so that you can see it. I didn't do any glitter to that, and I just did a little loop of ribbon in between. And I think that is pretty adorable. And then on this one, we put the glitter in the design and not around the edges. And we used the fall quads, we used the words. And we used some beads. And these don't want to hold. You could take a little dab of hot glue. In fact, I think I'll do that when I'm finished. And glue your things onto the twine, just like a teeny little dot on the back of each one to keep it from sliding all over the place. That would be probably wise to do. And then I used the black chalk paste pen from this set to do this little design. And I honestly think that adds so much. I'm going to do the whole entire set, but I'll do it off camera so you don't have to sit around and wait. So that's pretty much our project. I want to know, do you like glitter? Tell me in the comments, or do you not like glitter? And have you ever made any kind of a banner using paper, vintage books, current books, scrapbook paper, or anything like that? If you have, I want to know that too. So, oh, I'm glad you like this, Brenda. She says, always love your crafts. They're so adorable. Thank you. I love, love, love them all. They are awesome. You are amazing. Nancy, you're too nice. Love your cream colored blouse on you. Thank you. Okay, April says she loves glitter. Let's see what other people say about that. Oh my gosh, Jenny says that she's obsessed with glitter. I get in a glitter mood occasionally, usually in the fall and winter. Vicky says she loves glitter. Let's see who else is on here. Well, tell me in the comments if you like glitter or not, and if you've ever made one of these kind of banners. And when I hop off, I'll get you links for all of the different things that we used. The twine, the glue, and the glitter all came from Walmart, so I don't have links for that. But you can just go over to the craft department at your local Walmart and check those out there. If there's something specific you would like to see, just let me know. Celia says she does love glitter. You have never made, Susan says she's never made a banner, but she loves mine. Leanne says, I love glitter, but I didn't see that whole comment. To get it all over, oh my gosh, me too. I'll notice it on my dog's noses and all over, even like in the kitchen, which kind of irritates my husband a little bit, but Vicky likes glitter. Lee would like to join Magnolia. Lee, I'll get you some information. I used glitter on my pine cones last year too. This really is my favorite glitter if you're looking for some because it's small. It's Sulin glitter in silver. Let me show you the other colors real quick before I hop off. This is my glitter and pipe cleaner box. Okay, here's the gold. I don't like it as much. Obviously, I haven't used much of it. And here's the white. This is called Crystal Diamond. This glitter is extra fine. It all came from Walmart. And I think it's the same as this one. Yeah. Oh, and then I got crazy and got some black glitter. But oh, and I even have some red glitter. Yeah. So, but my favorite, my standard go-to is the extra fine silver. You haven't made banners before. You just gotta try it. These banners cost hardly anything, and the stencils are reusable many, many, many times. And you're gonna use a drop. I mean, probably not even a tablespoon or teaspoon of the chalk paste on it. So really your cost is the paper, whatever doodads you put on it, and that's it. Okay. Her husband always knew they crafted with glitter with the kids at church because it would be in her hair. Yeah, It'll be everywhere for the next few days. Alrighty, well, I'm gonna quit yakking, but thank you so much for joining me. Thank you so much to everybody who gave me stars. I appreciate that. If you like this project, feel free to sprinkle, sprinkle, sprinkle. That's what helps my Facebook algorithm, which I cannot figure out. But anyways, so let me know if you have any questions. Let me know if you want a specific link. And I'll get pictures this afternoon. I'll get those to you here in the comments and also separately on the page. And tell me if you like glitter, don't like glitter, or if you've ever made one of these kind of banners. All right, guys. See you later. Thanks for joining me.